Alright guys, looks like the camera's got plenty of juice left, and everything looks good. So we're back here for what I guess we're going to call part 3 of our second phase of the birdshot versus Gatorade bottle testing. We've got this, got this Federal number 4 load high brass, which means it's got a huge cavity for extra gunpowder. Brings that number 4 1 1/4 ounce load up to 1,330 feet per second. If you don't know how many that is, that's about 10 5.56 projectiles moving downrange at 1,330 feet per second. So yeah, as we've seen in the previous videos, that number 4 bird load is no slouch, man. It is a huge difference between number 8 and number 4, especially when we're talking about the extra 4, about, I think it was 350 extra feet per second, and it's a bigger load. It's a 1 1/4, I think, versus 1 ounce. So that's a little bit extra of a pellets saturation, I think is what the term is, and there's more pellets in there. Man, the lemon lime homies, they're not getting a lot of love right now. I mean, well, I guess they are getting a lot of love because they're helping us out with this today. So I want to appreciate those guys. And just to reiterate, we've set up our medium there at 30 feet, and we're testing out these big, thicker boys, these big, thick boys. So yeah, if you're a lemon lime homie, we appreciate you because you've made the sacrifices more than anybody else, it seems like, for this one to make this video happen. Guys, rear sight's busted. Keep saying it. I hope I don't miss. If I suck and I miss it, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time. So yeah, let's see what happens with that bigger bottle with that extra amount of liquid in there. See if we can't get a nice explosion for you, okay? Woo! Oh yeah, that's a nice explosion. All right, I'm gonna go down range, take a look at it, see what we got here. Oh wow, yeah. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh no. All right, so wow, pretty consistent results. So guys, I changed my point of impact to make for sure I wasn't hitting it on the cap. Everyone we've done so far, the cap has just went woo and just completely just left the building. So yeah, that number 4 bird is so tough that it just completely ripped through that that paper, That's really sad because this is some pretty tough paper. On our first test, it didn't even leave the bottle. But as you can see, kind of the same results we saw with the smaller bottle. A lot of hydrostatic shock. It just ripped this thing. Made a nice looking canoe right down the middle of it. And as you can see, there's quite a few spots on the back of it. So here's what looks like our entry holes on this side. Now, just like before, there is not a whole lot of exit holes. There's some big ones, which makes me think that that's probably like a good amount of the pellets staying together. There's one big spot here, one big hole right here. That's big enough I can put my pinky through it. That's a pretty good sized hole for bird shots. And there's a couple on the back here in the very bottom. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, a couple holes. So it definitely penetrated a little bit there. I'm gonna stuff this in here so we don't lose it. So yeah, thanks for watching part 3. If you stuck around this long, I'm going to try to put some more stuff here in the next video or two. The big takeaway here, guys, what we should talk about is, I've said it, and I think it was part 1, I think, of this second series, is when somebody says birdshot, the first question you should ask is, what size of birdshot? Because if you can't tell the difference between this and the number 8 load, I think you're not trying to know the difference, because there's a huge difference here. That number 4 load is just a much bigger load. It does a lot more damage. It's designed to get really farther out there and hit those pheasants or those grouse. So I mean, yeah, this is a pretty impressive result for for a fairly cheap offering. You can get these for under 30 cents a round. I don't know what the pricing looks like right now, but this is a pretty decent offering, for the pricing that what you're getting out of it. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Thanks for watching part 3 of our so far 2-part series on this birdshot load video versus Gatorade. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully it was entertaining. hopefully you liked that nice little explosion of Gatorade. So we'll be back here with another one in part 4, and we'll wrap this series up. All right, thanks.